What I'm going to say is going to cause some problems. It's going to cause some answers, but it's going to cause some problems. Do you understand, family? Many of you guys today are going to be set free. I hope you're ready for it. I want you to share this content. I want you to share this video right now. It will not be up long. I'm not going to delete the video. But when I say what I have to say, I promise you guys, this video will be taken down. It won't be up long. So I need you guys to share this, family. Screen record it. Screen record this message, family. Okay? Let me know. Let me know when you've already shared. Let me know when you shared, family. Let me know when you share this. I'm about to tell you the truth about you. I'm about to tell you the truth about you. You ever felt like you've been lied to? Have you ever felt like you have been lied to, family? We are being lied to. Do you understand me? We are being lied to. We have been lied to. Do you understand me? But I'm going to tell you the truth about you. You can believe it or not, but you can't say you've never heard it. I'm going to tell you the truth about you, family. Are y'all ready? Have you ever felt like you've been lied to? Do you feel that in your soul? I'm asking you this question. Does things seem off to y'all? Does things seem off to y'all? Do you feel like you've been lied to? Do things in this world make sense to y'all? Yes or no? Oh, I'm going to expound. But I want to know first, do things feel right? Do they feel right to y'all? Do you feel like something's wrong? Like inherently, inside of your soul, do you feel like something is wrong? Like we're being lied to? You do. I need you to pay attention to your soul and stop ignoring it, family. We are being lied to. We're being lied to. We are being lied to. And I want you guys to understand that. The feeling that you feel in your heart is not wrong. And here's what I want you guys to do. As I'm speaking to you right now, I need you to hear me with your heart and your soul, because everything in you is going to tell you that this isn't the truth. But I need you to listen with your soul and tell me how it feels when you hear it. When you feel the vibration of what I'm saying, I want you to tell me if you feel what I'm saying, family. Okay? They say the truth is known when you hear it. And I'm going to tell you the truth about you, so you will know this. Each and every one of you will know this. Each and every one of you will know this about you. You won't need nobody else's approval, family. They say speaking in tongues is when you speak in a language that everyone can understand, that everyone can resonate with. Do you understand? And it's not a made-up language, but the language that you speaking, because you can speak plain English, and to people who only understand English will not get what you're saying. Do we not understand how easily misinterpreted we are when we write and when we listen through text, talk, anything? So I'm about to speak in a language, family. I guarantee you, if you listen with your soul, family. Can you feel me? Listen with your soul, and you're going to know truth when you hear it. Okay? We've been lied to. And I mean since birth. Everything we believe about ourselves has been misappropriated so we can lose ourselves, family. I'm going to tell y'all today who we truly are. I need you to be screen recording this, because when it's deleted, shit, I might get deleted too. They may kill me for what I'm going to say to y'all. Do you understand? Because what I'm going to say to y'all is going to set y'all free. And you're never going to have to depend on anybody else ever again. You're going to know that you have everything you need inside of you, but you just got to know the truth about you. See, they once said that if they ever learn the truth about themselves, it's over. Well, I'm about to end it. This is about to be a game changer. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Many of you are taught that you were born a sinner. Now, many of us understand that's not true. I'm going to tell you something. They told you, first of all, you were born a sinner, that you was born with something inherently wrong with you because of something somebody else did. Now, I'm telling you, you were born pure. You were born God. You were actually born pure, with no sin, not knowing any sin. You were taught what sin is. When you were born, you were actually completely whole. You were unique. You were truly you, with nothing from anybody else poured inside of you just yet, with no programming. You were truly you. You didn't care if you cried. You didn't care if you cut a tantrum. You didn't care if you were sad. You didn't care what anybody thought. All you knew is that you had to eat, consume, and grow. That's all you knew, is that you had to focus on you. That's all you knew. This is all you knew, family. But you're taught somewhere in that you're a sinner. I'm going to teach y'all something today. I'm about to set y'all free. What is sin? They told you what sin was. You've never, see, listen, here's what y'all got to understand first off. The words I'm using, the words that anybody else are using, if they're not coming from your mind, if you are not thinking and you're hearing words from someone else or reading them from someone else, these are called spells. Because in order for you to receive a thought, I have to first utter that phrase in order for you to receive a thought. In order for me to write something, I must first spell it. Spell it, right? Spell, S-P-E-L-L. When I'm writing, it's called spelling. And when I write, everything that I write, I believe is correct because it's called writing. So we are all magicians. We are all magic, casting spells on each other with our words. And you have had spells cast on you. But here's the thing that we don't know, that we haven't been taught. We can also break spells with our words. There's a spell that is on your mind, that is on your soul, keeping you from tapping into it. It's a gate that's on your mind that keeps you from tapping into your truest self. And it's what we've been taught, family. So no, you didn't tell you what sin was. You were put under a spell by someone telling you what sin was. So you adopted this belief. And what was sin, family? Sin was someone outside of you being disappointed in you. Sin was you disobeying someone else that's outside of you. But how would you know if you disappoint someone outside of you? How many times have you thought you was good until somebody else say, you hurt my feelings. I'm upset with what you did, but you wasn't thinking about them. You was just being you. But they mad at who you being. And God did this, and God gets mad when you do this, and you're a sinner. Until then, you were never a sinner. You became that when you believed in the spell. Do you understand? Are you following me so far? Let me know if you feel what I'm saying. Let me know if you feel what I'm saying. Here's what sin is, family. And watch this. It's gonna make sense, family. You are told that sin is disobeying God. But you're taught things like not being circumcised is a sin. You're taught things like masturbation is a sin. You're taught things like wanting someone else sexually is a sin, when these are natural things in your body. Your body naturally wants sex because sex is divine. And that's how we are created. Your body naturally, just like every other animal in the world, they are not taught that wanting sex makes them sinful. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You are taught to go against your natural being. And that in itself is sin, because that is God. Think about this, family. You are God. You are the all. The earth, the world you live in, the environment you live in, and you is God. You ain't never seen no God outside of this universe, outside of this world you live in. But we keep trying to find God and say he's outside of this world. He outside of the universe. God is the universe. God is everything about the universe and in it. Do you understand? God has constantly been lying to us. God cannot reveal itself because it's not unrevealed. God is only revealed. All you see is God. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? When you look in the mirror, God. When you look at the plants and the trees, God. When you look at beauty, God. When you look at chaos, it is God, family. Every bit, everything that you, family, everything that you experience itself, that is the all. That is the greatness. That is the almighty. That is the highest pinnacle to even be able to recognize that you exist. And you were taught to deny your existence. That is sinful. And that's why life ain't working for us. And that's why we're getting taken over. Because we got to understand this, family. You putting your energy outside of you. Think about this. Sin is disobedience to God. Now watch why. Watch why. God tells you if you plant a seed, you'll get what you plant. If I plant corn, I get corn. If I plant green beans, I get green beans. If I plant poison oak, I get poison oak. Poison oak. But I never told me to just believe something into existence. Are you understanding me? God has never lied to us. We just but need to listen. Plant your seed. If you never plant it, you won't grow a tree. It's impossible. So you having faith in other things and other people is a direct sin to God. Because you are supposed to trust God, trust nature, trust the world around you. If my neighbor plants a garden, I don't go look at his garden every day and say, damn, I wish I had a garden. I plant my seeds, and I don't believe that his ground is holier than mine. God is no respecter of person. God is not going to let his harvest grow and mine not grow. But you got to have faith in you and do it. Faith is not in believing. Faith is in doing. This is how you manifest your reality. In order for reality to happen, it's something you got to do. Do. Do you understand? You have to be. You have to vibrate. That's what it's all. That's why I say rise. Rise, because the sun, rise, R-A-H-S, rise. It's forever roaring like a lion, family, and it never stops. It may be night for you, but the sun don't stop roaring. The sun never stops shining. You understand? It might be cold for you, but the sun has not changed. You're in a different frequency and vibration. That's why you don't feel the sun the same. But the sun don't go through ups and downs. The sun is always what it is, shining. It is the shine. The sun don't shine. See, we give action, we give verb to the sun. We say the sun is shining. Lightning flashes. They are one and the same. Everything is one and the same. Everything is one and the same. I am equivalent to shining. I am equivalent to the sun. I'm equivalent to the trees. I'm equivalent to the earth, because that is what consumes me and I consume it. Outside of it, there is nothing. I don't know anything else outside of this universe. If you obey the universe and listen to the universe, family, do you not understand that? If you obey the universe and listen to God and watch God never lie to you, go plant a seed and watch it grow. Go do that thing, create, and watch it happen for you. I'm telling y'all, I am telling y'all, rise means, I'm going to tell y'all in a minute what rise means. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute what rise means. Because when I tell you, you're going to completely understand. But for right now, we're dealing with sin, family. And sin is disobeying God. God is nature. God is nature, and God is you. So you are denying you for what other people got to say about you. And they telling you what God got to say about you. So listen, think about this, family. Here's the ultimate sin of them all. Giving your energy to a God outside of you. Because it's ultimately denying yourself. You see what I'm saying? You are taught to look up to the hills from which cometh your help. But let me tell you something. Your help comes from everywhere, family. It is from the ground that your seeds grow. Do you understand me, family? It's the ground that offers you support. Do you understand me, family? It's the ground that stores your water, family. It only goes up in the sky for a time. And it's being pulled from the ground. We say, well, the rain comes from up. Oh, no, family. No, it comes from down. Because we know the higher you get, the rain don't come from space. Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? The seeds come from the very earth itself. The seed is the tree. It's no separatism. The seed is the dirt because it's pulling the nutrients from the dirt to become the tree. Everything works together in unison because everything is the all. There's no such thing as time. You've been lied to. We are measuring time by looking at objects. The sun is on an axis. We used to think the sun circulated the whole earth, and we called that a day. Now we find that the sun is on an axis. It's not circling hours in the 12s and 24s and 30s and 60s. We divided decades into tens and fives and centuries into 100 years. And we think all of that is real. And we're getting lost from the moment, not lost in the moment. We're removed from we're getting removed in the lies. Right now, all you ever have, family, is moments. All you ever have is right now. Tomorrow will be now. Yesterday was now. Do you not understand what I'm telling y'all? But we'll be lost up in the future or lost in all these different places. And so we're lost. We're not even in the moment. Yo, this is why we don't create. This is why we harbor fear. If you live in the moment, family, fear ain't gonna do you no good. We walk around guilty for the very things that's inside of us, for the things that we want. Family, they telling you that sin is material things. Sin is not material things, family. Material things can only be sin if they come between you and God. If you sacrifice your morals to obtain material things, to you that is sin, because you're supposed to be you. You are supposed to shine to your fullest extent, to your fullest potential. And if you dim your light or curve your light in any way to get something from anybody or use anybody, you are directly in sin to God, to nature, to your natural self, because you're supposed to be you regardless of the result. So everybody that's around you that's trying to adopt somebody else's talent or skill so they can survive and make it, you're in direct violation of God, because you're supposed to be you. And if you being somebody else, you cheating, and it's never going to work for you. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? We have been lied to. So we believe that we're sinners. We walk around guilty for thoughts, family, for thoughts. Thoughts don't manifest into things. Only actions do. When you have a thought, family, you can do away with that thought by vibrating higher. It's a thought. It's not you. The thought isn't you. The action is. Because you can't deny actions. See, life is not about consequences and judgments and feeling guilty. Life is about acceptance of oneself. That's what it's about. See, regardless of whether you make a bad decision or a good decision, the key is to understand that I am. I am everything that I have ever done. And I accept that. Now, to judge me and feel guilty, it's irrelevant. All I can do is recognize that that is who I was at that time. And I can be better. But to judge me, to send me to a hell, to make me feel any less than you, someone else who makes mistakes, is ridiculous. I am only supposed to look inside of my heart and say, wait a second, I did these things and these things. That's why did I do that? Oh, I was upset. I was mad. I was selfish. I was greedy. That's why these things came out of me. But truthfully, I am. See, because I have greed, I have selfishness. We all have these things. None of us are exempt. And sometimes we act out of these emotions. There's no need to point fingers and feel guilty. It's only to recognize that that's who I am. At that moment, this is who I am. And you can never deny who you are. Your speech will always betray you when you're not being honest with who you are. Some of y'all say y'all want stuff out of life, but you're scared to say it out loud. You are in direct violation because it takes 3 parts of you in order to manifest and create. First, you got to think it, because nothing happens unless you first think it. Then you got to speak it. And then you must do. You understand? And kicker is, you don't even necessarily have to speak it, because you don't have to speak to a plant. You can just grow it. You understand? So let me put trust in there. Let me put faith in there. Trust in you, trusting in you. Have the thought, believe enough in yourself that you can accomplish it. Believe enough in God, which is yourself, that God will do its part. Let's just say I want to harvest. I want a garden outside. Okay? I go out, someone else planted a garden. I want a garden. Okay, there's the thought. Do I believe that if I go out and till my ground and plant my seeds and get out here and sweat, that I can have a garden? Absolutely I do. Okay, well then prove it. Do it. Get out there and do it. 3 parts. Do you understand? We are forsaking that last part. We're just asking somebody else to do it for us because we tricked into believing that there's somebody out there. And it ain't. Life don't work like that. Do y'all understand? And it's because we've been lied to that we move like that. So if someone tells you, hey, y'all full of sin because all y'all care about is material things, tell them that is a lie. It is only if those material things get between me and my God, me and my morals, me and my character. If I sacrifice a part of me to obtain something else, then I am in violation of my soul contract with me. Do you understand that? If a man plants 1,000,000 seeds and grows a big harvest, who am I to call him selfish? If you gain your materials through hard work and effort, nobody can call you selfish or greedy. Now, if you cheating people to get it, then absolutely. You are defying yourself. You are defying your nature. You're defying nature. That's not how nature works. Do you understand? So you're not born a sinner, family. You're not born with some God already putting sin on you because Adam and Eve did something wrong. You were actually born pure. You're most pure. You are given this guilt and shame. You're given that. You're told that you're supposed to be some way for this God outside of you. No, you're supposed to find the God in you, family, through being honest. And that's why you got to be honest with God. You understand? That's why. Because if you're in a situation where everybody else doing something and you know in your soul it don't feel right, don't do it. If you get that vibe, don't do it. Listen to your soul. Listen to your God. Listen to your soul right now. If you feel like I'm lying, then don't listen to it. But I'm telling you right now, if you take what I'm saying to heart, it will change your life. It lies in doing. It lies in doing. And I'm going to prove it, family. I keep saying I'm going to start a center. But it's time that we start that center. It's time that we pool our resources. I don't mean just money. I mean our minds, our missions, so we can show the world what rising is all about, family. We keep saying that it's starving people in the world. Why don't God heal them? Why don't God feed them? Yo, we are the divine beings in this world. We can do that. Do you understand? We keep saying that God is leaving all these people hanging, but we can fix these problems. These problems could be fixed by 3% of the wealthy people in the world. So you know what? Instead of judging the wealthy people for not doing it, because life is not about pointing fingers, we will become the resource family. Do you understand? Not only are we going to break people away from the lies they've been told, but we're going to teach them how to rise internally, family. Do you understand? We're going to teach people how to rise internally. I want y'all to go to www.betheevolution.org. Get your Rise shirt, family. Get your Rise shirt. Every purchase of one is going to help. We're going to help apply that to the center. And soon as we have enough money to get a lease on a center for a year, we're going to go ahead and get that center, even if it's small. Because what we're going to do is we'll put it online for everybody to be there for the teachings, for everybody to contribute to what we're doing. And if we do it in Charlotte, if we get enough people in Charlotte, we'll get a building big enough to accommodate them. We ain't going to wait until we get this big old extravagant $1 million building, because it's not about that. It's about showing the world what rising really is about. When someone hears this word or sees this word rise, they need to know that they can internally be themselves. Do you understand? They can internally rise to their highest self. And when you do that, you're not going to be independent on anyone else, because you are a sun. Do you understand? The sun does not depend on us to shine. You are taught that a God needs you to get on your knees and thank it every day for living. What kind of God would demand that from you? A God doesn't need that. The sun will shine whether or not you get on your knees for it, because that's what the sun does. It can't not do that. Do y'all understand? It's time that we dig deep, family. This is the only way we're going to rise up out of this. Get rid of the lies. Accept truth. Do you understand? Do you understand, family? Do you feel it in your soul? You feel like we've been lied to? We've been told to depend on what somebody else has to say? We listen to everything everyone else says. We become so dependent on what they say. Listen to your soul right now, family. Listen to your soul. What is it telling you? Does your soul tell you that you're a sinner because you made some God upset? Because Adam and Eve made some God upset by eating some fruit? Or does life show you that if you don't plant that seed, you don't grow that harvest? And if you don't believe in you, you don't achieve? Ain't that what life shows you? We forever got our hands up. Sometimes we got to understand that where our help is coming from is right where we are, family. You got to plant your seeds in the dirt in order for them to grow. But we steady looking up thinking these heavens. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? We are in direct violation of God because we're denying nature. Do you listen, y'all? Your book is here. Your book is here. And the only way you read it is by experiencing life. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? Your book is not in the form of words. Your thoughts are actually not in the form of words. Your thoughts are in the form of energy. You translate them into words so you can express them to yourself and others once you learn a language. But you felt sadness long before you were given a word. You felt fear long before you were given a word. You understand? These things, these were you already. You were God. You didn't need words to be. See, if God is before everything, then there's no definition for it. There is no definition for you, from you. See, us humans, we learn a word to call babies. We call them babies. We call them human. But to a baby born out of its mother's womb, it doesn't have a name. You can't define it it can't define itself. And so whenever you say you're a baby, you've reduced it because it's so much more. It's so much more than that. This baby will grow from the inside out. It's not plugged into a wall. It will vibrate a certain temperature without actually being plugged into any electricity. This baby is magic. It is electric. It is divine. And this baby will create from within itself. This baby's blood will recirculate and die and rebuild and repair. This baby will change over time. Its bones will grow from the inside out. It doesn't have to worry about if it's behind or ahead or did you hear God say that you need to go to church? Did you hear God to say you need to get on your... This is why we in sin. Because you done let somebody trick you out of you. You done traded in you for a belief, family. You're supposed to believe, but you're supposed to believe in you, in God, in nature, in your surroundings, in your environment. What you gonna trust other than your environment, family? That's all we know. That is your God. That is your everything. This is what you rub up against to learn yourself. If God exists outside of everything, it does not have a name, nor does it have anything to rub up against to learn itself. So what would God be in and of itself? It would need to experience itself in order to understand itself. All of your experiences are happening inside of you, family, not outside of you. You are God, Please understand this. When you look outside of you, right now y'all looking at y'all phone and y'all see me, but you don't see me. You see you, and I put that on everything. Strike me dead right now if I'm lying. You only see you, family. If you see it 20/20, then I might come in a little bit clear. If you see less than that, then I might be a little bit blurry. If you colorblind, you're not going to see me the same. You're only seeing your experience. You're only experiencing you. The sound of your voice, the sound of my voice is being carried down through your ears through a vibration, and your brain is telling you what I say. Like. It is not me that you are experiencing. It is you. Well, Kevin, it's your words. Yes, it's my words, but it's your understanding. And it's what you do with these words. Because everybody who's hearing what I'm saying is not hearing the stand. Your perception of my mind is that it is amazing. Do you see this lake right here? Some people only got a bucket, and they're coming to your mind, which is a lake, and you trying to fill them up. You trying to fill their bucket up with the lake. Some of the whole lake, but you can't even carry the whole lake. You can't even carry it. It won't fit in your bucket. You wouldn't even be able to lift it if you had a bucket large enough. So you have to always, there's no book to tell you what your favorite color is. You decide all of that. You do. You. How many people's favorite color was black until they heard about all the bad stigma associated with the word? So when somebody asks you, you say a different color because you don't want them to think you evil or some shit. But you know black was your favorite color. So now you just say red or purple or blue or pink. How many of you queens say that you love roses, but you know roses don't really mean much to you, but you feel like you need to say that? How many of y'all are adopting what somebody else has been telling y'all to want and desire? You've been reading somebody else's book. If there's no book to tell you what your favorite taste is, why do you think there's a book to tell you what God wants from you? Only you can tell you what you want from you. Only you can do that. So what the world does is they give all these different titles out. And they like doctor, lawyer, deacon, minister, preacher, apostle, fireman, and all these different titles and stuff that come with job descriptions. And when you're in school, they ask you what you want to be when you grow up. So you start projecting, looking outside of you for something to be. Damn, they tricked us. You was never supposed to do that. And they've been teaching us that our whole life. And so now it's going to take some time to unlearn it. And that's why we need a center. I've been waking people up for so long, but for so long, people have been lonely. Where do I go from here? Well, it's about time that we show them where we go from here. Because it's an everyday walk to wake up and reboot and unlearn this crap so we can tap in. It's going to take more than one conversation. Do you understand, family? We are sick. We are all mentally ill because we fell for the lies. We're all under a spell. And it's time to be broken and free from that. Break out of that spell. Break out of those chains, family. Are y'all understanding me? We've been sitting here believing in what somebody else has to say about us. Meanwhile, we sitting here hamster on their will, not our own will. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? If you pinch me, I'm the one who experienced the pain. The pain I'm experiencing is my nerves sending information to my brain to let me know that I am feeling pain. And guess what that pain feels like? Fire. If I close my eyes and you pinch me hard enough, it will feel like I'm being burned. And all pain feels like fire. You are the sun. Do you understand me? Now you're going to associate this as a pinch because you looked at it and saw what happened. But if you looked at it and someone had a lighter to your arm and you saw burn marks, you would say, I'm burned, not pinched. And you would not know the difference. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? Because it feels the same. Now, someone pinched you. They didn't feel pain. You did. You're experiencing you. Now, you might say, ouch, yo, you pinched me. They presented that experience for you because they are also you. They made up of the same atoms as you. Everything is everything, family. All you are ever experiencing is you. When you're mad at somebody, it is your experience of them that you're mad at. Because somebody else could have experienced that same person and been okay with them. Do you understand? Do you understand? And so if you experience someone in a bad way, we feel like we need to tell them about that. But what we need to do is learn from that, learn ourselves from that. How did that make me feel and why? What did that tell me about me? Can you imagine how different life would be if we spent time on ourselves instead of everybody else? Think about how different your personal life would be if you didn't worry about what everybody else was doing and you only focused on you. If you didn't worry about if somebody else was further along than you. How different would your life be? Do you understand, my family? If you would just but look inside of you, you would know you have all that you need. You are all that you need. You don't have it all. You don't possess it. You are it. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? You don't have it. You are it. You are the shine. You are everything, family. If you don't understand this, it's because we're under a spell. Because you live it every single day. You eat to continue to be. If you stop, you die. You breathe to continue to be. If you stop consuming the environment that you were in, it is a wrap, family. But you steady reaching outside of you to something you ain't never seen, believing that it's the one providing you everything. But you are the one providing you everything. You ever seen somebody with a disease and their lungs don't work? Air exists, don't it? Air exists still, but they can't access it because of something inside of their physical anatomy. It's not some God withholding their air. That's old thinking. And we're using that to navigate this world today. We have been lied to. And I'm trying my best to speak to you guys with such passion because I want you guys to understand. Rise means reaching independence through self-empowerment, family. Reaching independence through self-empowerment. Rise means reaching independence through self-empowerment or through self-enlightenment or through soul enlightenment. However you want to see it, family. But this is how you reach the highest levels. It's through going inside of self. The answers are nowhere else, family, but in you. In you. Family, when y'all go get a Rise shirt, this means you support the mission and the movement. This means you're helping us to start this center. Don't say Kevin trying to start a center. No, we're going to start a center. And it ain't no leaders. It's about rising and unifying is about you first becoming a resource of your own, not making somebody else a resource. Listen, y'all, if y'all only understood how these churches really, or how really badly they're hurting our communities. We keep asking for reparations. We keep asking for food stamps and welfare checks and all these types of things. But if all these billions of dollars was given to churches, if they actually used the money, now church tithe isn't biblical. They've been lying to you. But if they actually used the funds to help people instead of to make the preachers richer and all that stuff, your communities would look very different. And this is people, human beings, that's the problem in the way. So in order for the problem to be fixed, human beings need to be the solution. Do you understand? You think you really giving money to God? Y'all giving y'all money to these preachers. And it's not even being used to help y'all communities like that. Some churches do. But think about the billions of dollars that we give to churches every year, family. If they really used all that money, world hunger would be ended. This is just the Christian church. This is one religion. Do y'all understand? Yes, some churches do good things, but the preacher man is still the centerpiece and still the one in authority and hierarchy who can tell you to trust God whenever he know he wrong and preach at you when he know he wrong. And he don't ever have to deal with logic. He just gets to tell you that you possessed or that you out of pocket because you touching God's anointed. And he'll make you feel like you challenging him or disrespecting him. They got this rule, respect your elders. Like ain't nobody got magic sprinkled on them. Nobody know more than everybody's trying. Nobody has all the answers. We are all here to figure it out. Don't get lost in the sauce believing that other people outside of you have this answer that you don't. We all trying to figure ourselves out. Nobody knows themselves completely. Nobody does. So you can learn the world's knowledge all you want to and think that makes you smart if you want to. I'm telling you, the way to intelligence, the true enlightenment, is learning you. Who are you this rising? Who are you? And you are what you do. So if I rise, then I vibrate at a frequency that brings light to my community. If I rise, I vibrate a frequency that gives love and healing to my community, not pain. I don't rob my community. My community is better because of me, not worse. If I rise, I vibrate at a frequency that lifts anybody up when they down, because that's what the sun do. Do you understand? If I rise, I never stop rising, because as long as I have my experience, I am vibrating. Whether I'm depressed, sad, happy, whether people believe in me, whether they support me, whether I feel good about myself, whether I feel great about myself, I am forever rising because my lungs still work, family. And when I die, my body's still going to be useful and energy to something somewhere. I will never stop rising. That's all we are. That's all we can do. Like I told y'all, the sun and the shine are not two different things. The lightning and the flash are not two different things. You and man, God and man are not two different things. God mans, lightning flashes, the sun shines. No, God is man. No, lightning is the flash. No, the sun is the shine. You can't see the sun without the shine. The light does not come without the flash. God does not come without man. Man don't come without God. Don't you understand it? We get angry at people for not doing what we want them to do. So the character of God is to show you that that's you. We are the ones who judge other people because they don't live how we want them to live. This is what's showing you the nature of God. It's not telling you that's a real person. This book is trying to get you to understand you. So all this bad stuff in the Bible that God or Yahweh did, we do that. We kill people for no reason. We cheat people. We have favorites and shit for no reason. We make special requirements for people to be closer to us. Not God. You are God. You can't be separate from God. No, God would create that criteria. That's man who does that. Man creates conditions to love. Man created the word to the idea of love and the conditions therein. No God ever told you he didn't love you no more. No God ever told you you was going to hell. No. You've been lied to, family. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all? Do you understand? The devil is nothing but you. Because whenever we do things that we don't appreciate ourselves for doing, we blame it on everything is you. You telling you robbing God by not giving them your money. How are you robbing God by not giving your money to them? Yo, you robbing God by not planting your seed. How can the earth give you a harvest if you don't put your seed in the dirt? That's how you rob God, because you robbing you. You don't eat if you don't plant the food. Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? We eat now because we become dependent on other people. But if you were dependent upon yourself, you'd plant your own garden. And you would understand that if I don't plant, I don't eat. If I don't work, I don't eat. This is how it happens. Family, I'm hoping y'all take this video and screen record it. All right? A lot of weird cars riding by. I'm going to get up out of here, family. Something happened to me. This is why. But this is the truth. And you can go to anybody else and they can tell you whatever's different. But I'm asking you, listen to your soul. Don't even listen to me. Listen to your soul. All you're going to ever read is books. And all that is opinions that came from the minds of other people. At some point, you got to trust God. And that means nobody else around you but only you. At some point, you got to understand the only God that you have is in you. That's the only, nobody else has a closer link to your God. That's the biggest lie you've been told. So stop running to these people outside to get closer to. You believe somebody else. God is actually running around here looking for God. That it's God. Let man make him feel guilty. Make her feel guilty. Feel like there's consequences to being who God is. You can't punish the son for being. You can't be from a book. You can only be from within. You cannot be from a book. You can only be from within, family. So go inside of you. Peace, family. I love y'all.